All Saints Church at Brailsford in Derbyshire, and another high cross shaft for you. If you're getting a bit fed up of them, let me know. Now, these Anglo Norse High crosses are often heavily decorated, were erected in England in the 8th, 9th and 10th centuries AD, and they served a variety of uses, some being placed within established churches and monasteries, and they were for religious services, some acting as cenotaphs or marking burial places, and other marking routes or boundaries and acting as meeting places for local communities. And apparently there are a few of them 50 high crosses surviving in England, which is probably a small proportion of those originally erected. Now, this sandstone shaft, it's dated from around the 10th century AD and presently set in a modern base, and there's inscriptions recording that the shaft was found beneath the original base in 1919 and was erected on the new one the same year. The original socle stands on a stone slab to the side, as you see, and is square and highly weathered. Now, the crosshead is missing, which is the usual case, but the broad shaft is usually the main feature. It has a round tapering shaft turning to a square with a collar comprising 2 rings of roll mouldings. Now, there is what I'd call a naive figure carved upon it, probably a Viking warrior. In its right hand it holds a Viking style sword with a blade angled across his body. In its upright left hand, a round shield with an incised boss. In the Domesday Survey of 1087, it records that a manor as Brailsford was in the hands of Henry de Ferrers. Now, I have mentioned Henry de Ferrers a few times before, but this was one of the few villages in England which kept its Saxon lord, who was Elfin, and he remained, I suppose, understudy to Henry de Ferrers. And apparently they jointly built the church a decade or two after the 1066. Now, All Saints Church is a half church, as stated in the Domesday Book, which refers to its status as a shared church between Brailsford and Ednaston. In the churchyard, with this 10th century Saxon cross, is this amazing yew tree. And it's got chains on it which have actually grown into it, which must have once there to help keep it upright. And it could be 2,000 years old, and obviously it indicates that it must have been a place of worship long before a Christian church was built. Now, this is about the 3rd time I've visited this site. Every time I'm drawn to this weird thing here. I haven't got a clue what it is. It's like a stone cross laid down, and it's got petrified wood following the form of the cross. It seems like petrified wood when you knock on it. Anybody got any ideas what it is, please tell me. It's driving me mad.